VA1 Radio. VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio. VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio. Basta all hits, all Pinoy. Kahit nasaan ka man ito'y mapapakinggan. VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio. 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 VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio.
This is V81 Radio Worldwide. Almighty God, grant us the courage of Jesus Christ, your Son, to face the coronavirus pandemic with trust, strength, compassion, and resiliency. Give us the grace of the Holy Spirit to free us from fear and anxiety, so we may do actions of help and support and look forward to our healing with hope. We pray for the health workers, food liners, maintenance cleaners, logistics abler, government leaders, and volunteers who continuously come together to deliver our daily needs to survive. Guide us from this time of crisis. Preserve us in peace. Protect the weak and vulnerable, and those who serve the society during this pandemic. This we ask and pray in Jesus' name, our Savior. Amen. Naghahatid saya sa mga Pinoy, mga kantang tatak Pinoy. Kahit nasan ka man, kami ay mapapakinggan. Streaming worldwide, the future of radio in Manila, California, and Hong Kong. This is V81 Radio.
Malayo ka man sa iyong pamilya, dito ay hindi ka nag-iisa. Kaya ito'y iyong hahanap-hanapin, dahil ito ang nagpapasaya sa atin. VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio. Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko. VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio. Dahil mahal namin kayo. VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio. Radio. Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio. Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit nasaan ka man, ito'y mapapakinggan. Oh, V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Dahil mahal namin kayo. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio. Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko. Dahil mahal namin kayo. Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the program anchors and producers and do not necessarily reflect the policies and position of this station. Samahan na sina Core Evangelista at Attorney Jai Tamayo sa pagpapaunlad ng kalusugan sa katawan, isipan at espiritual. Ito ang Go Palakas! Go Palakas! Dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide.
Malusog na katawan, mapayapang isipan. Go Palakas! Malinis na paligid, mabuting kalooban. Go Palakas! Hangad kang maglingkod sa kapwa kaibigan. Go Palakas! Alagaan natin si Inang Kalikasan. Halika na totoo sa kalikasan at kapwa-tao. Isa buhay natin ito. Gopala, Gopala. Sugan pangkalikasan, Palakas.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our show. Unfortunately, I think our main anchor, Gore's internet is giving him troubles, no? But regardless, we'll proceed on a positive note. I'd like to welcome back everyone to the resurgence and the revitalization of the Go Palakas program, now digital and remote. We're on episode 7 now, and our topic is one that is very relevant now, to our current times now. And I think our guest and all our segments are tailor fit towards this theme. Our theme is surviving COVID in all aspects. Now, as always, we have 4 segments. Although there's a little bit of a shakeup here. We're mixing things up a little. The first segment will still talk about news and will feature our guest of the week, RTed Esguerra. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for the inspiring message he can give and the practical tips that he can give to surviving COVID, having been a COVID survivor himself and a world-renowned doctor on emergency preparedness. Now, after our news segment and our guest feature, we will also be going into Living Wise to our friends from La Union. I'm sure you've missed them from our episodes 1 to 6 a couple months ago before this whole lockdown happened. They'll also be giving us practical tips on how to survive COVID and how to improve our overall wellness. Now, after Living Wise, we will be going into a new segment. Actually, it's just a revision of our original segment on Eating Wise. This will be our feature, Good Food. Now, Good Food will be teaching you how to cook healthy plant-based meals using ingredients that are readily accessible and using recipes that are doable by everyone and anyone. And then lastly, we'll end our session with practical practice. Practical na nga, practice pa, no? But a practical practice which everyone can apply in their daily lives to improve their overall wellness. Well, before we start our program, I'd like to greet our early risers. I don't know if 10 o'clock is still considered early, but I guess on a Saturday it is. But we'll give them the priority in the shout-outs. To Mr. Matt Resurrection, he says, specifically po shoutout. Yan, sige, yan. Ito na shoutout mo, Matt. And then all the way from Cotabato City, Mr. Dasas Tausnis II. I'm sorry if I murder the pronunciation of your names. I apologize. Datu Hasad S. Sinsuat of Guardians Emergency Response Team, Cotabato City, here watching. Oh, he's waiting for his friend, RTed Esguerra. In a bit, he'll be coming on in a bit. Miss Elvira Espiritu is also listening to us this morning. Now, while we wait for our main anchor, no, si Gore, I think we should proceed to our first segment already. And this is News of the Week. Tech, can you play our intro, please? With me for our first segment is Miss Chandra Fulgencio. I'm sure you missed her from our shows before. I'd like to welcome on screen Miss Chandra Fulgencio. Chandra, are you there? I think you're muted, Chandra.
Yes, hello. Magandang umaga, Jai.
Hi, good morning.
Sa lahat ng mga nakikinig or maybe now we can say nanonood, no?
Yes.
Sa ating programang Go Palakas. So glad to be back. So glad to see you, Jai. And hopefully we'll see you more later.
How are you? COVID-free?
Yeah, thank God.
Yes,
but yeah, that's actually what we're going to be discussing about, no, in this episode, which is so, like you said earlier, very relevant to all of us, whether we have experienced the disease or whether we are still not. I don't know.
Miss Chandra, are you there? I think the internet's a little. All right, go ahead. I can hear you now.
Okay. So, diba, we're now past the halfway mark of 2020, and we have yet to reach the peak of the coronavirus pandemic locally.
Yes.
Unfortunately, all over the world, millions continue to battle the disease and millions have recovered. But beating the initial sickness may be just the first of many battles for those who have survived.
Right.
We hear or read stories of survivors, di ba, Jai? Some we may even know, like our own family and friends. And so we'll talk a bit about them. One survivor is 48-year-old tax lawyer Carlo Navarro, who was actually the first Filipino to be confirmed with the disease and is the fourth case in our country. Navarro visited Japan with his family in February, knowing they were taking a chance actually on the virus, but they thought they would be spared because they also took the necessary precautions like wearing masks, gloves, and having alcohol always ready. But he said he began showing symptoms as soon as he arrived back home in Manila. And he said the scariest moment for him was while he was in the hospital on the fourth day. He could hear the running of the nurses and doctors find those people were just beside him. And so he said this was the most frightening day of his life. Another case is actress and TV personality Iza Calzado, who recently also came out about her experience with the virus. She was actually the 878th patient in the country. And she said there were moments when she asked, why me? I'm healthy, I'm young. And immediately a voice in her head also said, though, why not? So though they are the fortunate ones, the joy that they felt for survivors they felt for those who survived coronavirus are actually followed by the acknowledgement that it could be a long time before they really fully recover. Mental health experts urge that acute COVID-19 survivors should be screened for PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder. So aside from that, contracting the virus could also lead to social stigma. People assume that it's your fault that you contracted the virus and they treat you differently. Siyempre, hindi maiwasan yan, ano? 25-year-old American Lisa Markarian said that she started getting questioned by people in her life asking where has she been, the last time she was out, dates of when she felt sick and when she got all the different symptoms. And she said it didn't feel like it was coming from a place of concern. No conversations, just questions. Like they thought just knowing her meant that they would get it. The stigma also is not limited, Jaya, to those who survived. Overseas Filipino worker Annalisa Perez arrived from Saudi and stayed with her sibling in Muntinlupa to complete her quarantine. She then took part in the government's Balik Probinsya program, and she lamented the discrimination she faced back home. Even though she did not show any symptoms, she said people barred others from coming to their house because they said she came from Manila and brought the disease. A male nurse naman in Cebu also faced discrimination and harassment after he was splashed with chlorine by two men while aboard a motorcycle. So we hear these many different stories, and so Congress recently approved House Bill number 6817 that prohibits and penalizes discrimination against coronavirus frontliners, suspected and confirmed cases, as well as repatriated OFWs and families of all of these individuals. Discriminatory practices include failure to give assistance, harassment or assault, stigmatization, and unlawful refusal to honor valid and existing contracts. Those found guilty of harassment or assault could face imprisonment between 1 to 10 years or a fine between 200,000 up to 1 million pesos. So I know local government units also have their own different fines in relation to discrimination. So the pandemic is actually affecting each and every one of us, and we need to help each other if we are to survive. So to talk more about how he and how all of us can continue to survive, I would like to invite someone who has seen it all, or almost. He is an international speaker and consultant, author, multi-awardee, multi-talented athlete, renowned instructor, and co-host of DZMM's Red Alert program that deals with issues on emergency preparedness, disaster response, survival, safety, security, and rescue. Name the emergency, whether high-intensity earthquakes, super typhoons, voyages on Mount Everest, or other explorations, he has prepared for them all. So on March 29 of this year, another unique experience was added to his already long list of life-changing experiences. And so help me welcome on the show for this morning, I'm so excited, RTed Esguerra. Morning po, Doc. I think you're on mute, Doc. Unfortunately, I am unable to hear.
Maybe we can welcome, maybe RTed can reconnect to our streaming platform and the audio issues can be resolved. In the meantime, I'd like to greet our listeners all over the world. We have listeners from Hawaii, the Bay Area. So let's do it one by one. To my sister. Yabang, no? May listeners tayo from Hawaii, pero sister ka lang pala. Hi, ate.
Hello.
She says it's nice we're back. Yes, it is. Rose, my cousin from all the way from puro relatives. My cousin from the Bay Area. My cousins from the Bay Area listening. Nice to see you guys. Sorry, I don't see you, but nice that you guys are listening to us. Miss Ana Kunanan says, "Good morning, Go Palakas." Good morning, Ana. Tita Shai won't be coming on today, but I'm sure you'll learn a lot from the rest of our program anyway. Miss Ivy Villamore, our top fan, says, "Good morning, Go Palakas." I think we have RTed online again. Doc, are you there? Nakamute yata, Doc. I can't hear you, Doc. Let's continue with the greetings na lang. Miss Lani Carandang Angeles says, "Good morning." And Miss Rosalind Valmonte, our family from Antipolo, says, "Good morning." Hello, good morning. Thank you for tuning in. I'd like to, while we're waiting for RTed, no? It's interesting that you pointed out that the COVID doesn't really affect just the physical. This whole discrimination and stigma is very concerning, no? And it shows how something that should be very physical is going beyond and affecting people's wellness, even on the mental, psychological, emotional, right? So I think that's why Go Palakas is your program of choice, because we will address all of these issues. We'll teach you how to maintain your wellness, and we'll teach you practical techniques, how to avoid contracting the virus physically, how to deal with the virus, because mental health is a huge issue now, not only with the people who are affected by it, but also the people who are affected by the lockdown, right? What do you think about that, Chandra?
Yes, Shai, what you said is true, Also, I'd like to add to that, it's not also about just the survivors. It's about all of us who are also not, or who are, thankfully have not yet contracted the disease. From one of the survivor, or a lot of the survivors are saying, and I think RTed will also be saying this, during my conversation with him, it came up. It's very important that you are physically and mentally strong, even, are ready, so that when the virus hits, actually, it's your immunity at play really that matters, So Go Palakas, or in our program, we will be discussing a lot of these things, how we can keep our bodies and our minds healthy, which is so important, whether it is facing the virus or facing, other things that could be happening or that could happen that we don't know about yet. Diba, Jai?
Right. Very true, very true. So for all our listeners, if this is your first time listening, kindly like and share, like and subscribe to our page and YouTube channel. And please share this live show so that you can share the message that we're trying to give out on this program to the rest of your friends. To our returning listeners, welcome. Thank you for tuning back. And I think at this point we would like to take a little break while the tech figures out how to get Doc Ted online.
Yes, we're so
Tech,
excited
take us
about
to break.
it,
Pangkalusugan, pangkalikasan, go Palakas! Tiger, ni Tiger, Haribo, Haribo, ni Tiger, Haribo.
Welcome back to our show. So I think Dr. Ed's still having difficulty connecting, no? But don't change the channel. Wala palang channels. Don't switch programs or go browse on the rest of your social media accounts. You can do that later. Keep tuned on Go Palakas. Right now, I think it'd be best to proceed to our next segment while we get Dr. Ed online. So we would like to welcome our friends from Living Wise. From La Union for the Living Wise segment. These are Tito Toby, Tita Socorro, and Tita Marisa. Tech, can you play their intro, please? Good morning, Tito Toby, Tita Marisa, and Tita Socorro. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Nice to see you all. How have you been?
Well, we're still enjoying the hot sun, and it rained this morning dito sa La Union, so it was a welcome blessing from all the heat, and now the sun is shining again. So
Right.
again, we're looking forward to this show is kind of something that we always was missing, di ba?
Yes.
Amongst my crew here, and we're looking forward to get back in the air. So a lot of things to share. This last 3 months has been quite an experience for many, and trying to survive, and even amongst our age group, the seniors kami na compromise na gusto, and we end up staying. And up to this point, we have to stay indoors more, or at least follow the social distancing rules, to stay safe.
Right.
O, explain pala natin na kaya tayo malapit, no? Wala ka pong distance.
Disclaimer.
May disclaimer po tayo. We live together in the same area, kaya okay po kami, clear po kaming lahat.
Okay. Right. I think it'd be best to start your segment with a question from one of our listeners. The question is, we hear a lot that sleep plays a big part in wellness. In your opinion, does it matter what time a person sleeps? Or is it enough that a person gets 8 hours? Thank you.
Well, sleep, if you base it in the natural setting, hindi ba, in 24 hours, there's a time that gets dark. Di ba, yun yung gabi, it's the nighttime. So if you follow the circadian clock, this is our natural clock that we follow, that many people don't know kasi naging modern yung buhay. Maraming ilaw. But we do follow the circadian clock. Basically, the nightfall, pag tumilim ng ating paligid, certain hormones your body would produce, your brain would produce. And it tells you, oh, madilim na. it's time for you to take a break or try to sleep. So it's natural. If you follow the natural cycle, then and you maintain a certain schedule throughout the day or on a daily basis, you retain the same schedule. Kita nyo, sleeping at night will be the most natural thing for you to do, and it's the most restful thing.
Yeah. It definitely
Right.
matters, no? The time we sleep. Kasi meron na ang rhythm ang body natin eh. If we go against that clock, then things will naturally go wrong. And also, you don't really need 8 hours of sleep. According to studies, 7 hours is the ideal.
Plus,
Right.
sa Chinese medicine, yung hours na nagpapahinga dapat
Right.
ang certain body organs.
Yes.
Diba?
Yeah, in Chinese medicine, there's a certain time when a specific organ rests. Meron niyang schedule na natural. Anyway, basta na you're going with nature, with the flow of nature, things will be good.
Right. Sorry for sidetracking, but I'd like to, for that matter, I'd like to thank Ms. Alexandra Perungo for that question and advise all of our listeners and watchers that if you have any questions, just leave a comment on our live broadcast on B81 Radio or wherever you're listening. If you're listening on the app or on our page, Go Palakas, which you should like, by the way. Just leave a question for any of our segment hosts, and then we'll try to address them either this episode or the next episode. Quick shout outs. Go Floyd says good morning. Hello, good morning, Go. Miss Kat Nanta says good morning. Now, Tito Toby, Tita Marisa, Tita Socorro, I'd like you, sorry for sidetracking you with that question, but go ahead with your segment.
Okay. Anyway, it's been almost 3 months or going on 4 months na tayo, no? As far as the pandemic is concerned. And one of the things that was because we were all locked down, we all stayed at home.
Stuck home.
We're all stuck home. Kung ano yung nakasanayan natin to exercise and doing these things. And yet at the same time, we're concerned about, one thing that was very much talked about how to survive this pandemic is determined. Individual pa rin kasi yan eh. It depends on your immunity. Yung lakas ng katawan natin. Whether you're young or old or middle-aged. So these are things that, there was a difficulty for many who sanay na lumabas at mag-exercise palagi or maging, they move around all day, active in their life. No? So ngayon, what exercise can I do? What kind of activity can I do if I'm indoors?
Wala, lalo na yung stuck in a hotel room.
Hindi na makapunta sa gym, hindi na makapunta sa park.
You can't even go out your front door, di ba yung ibang tao?
May kagandahan lang din dito eh. Sa pandemic, napansin nyo eh. Ang ating kapaligiran, yung ating hangin, luminis lahat, naging tahimik din.
Nice.
So, doing some type of exercises, an exercise routine, even at home, is feasible.
Yes.
Huwag natin iisipin na, you need
Fresh
to have a
yung
nice
air.
place, fresh air. Kasi luminis nga yung hangin eh. Ito yung kagandahan niya. So this morning, I'm going to present to you a video that of a series of movements that we did. This is an ancient practice. These are exercises that are relaxing, but they're energizing.
Uy, ganda.
And it's not so difficult to do it and to perform it. And anywhere you can do it. But it's always best to do it in the morning. Katulad na sinabi ko, it's an energizing exercise. And plus, because we're so concerned about boosting our immune system, this exercise is particularly targeting to strengthen your immune system. It makes so that energy will flow. It is breath guided. It doesn't require a lot of physical effort. All you need to do is, kaya kahit sino pwede.
Gusto ko yan. Madali lang. Basta
let's
madali.
see it.
So anyway, okay, let's prepare. Okay, please get the video ready and
Yes. We're ready to watch.
let's get it started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The segment is about 15 minutes. It's a 15-minute series of exercises. Alam nyo, ayusin nyo, you try to follow, and this exercise is something that you can do every day. It's as simple as it is, that anybody can follow it. No?
Okay. So, let's watch.
Okay.
Panoorin natin po.
My pleasant greetings to everybody. It's been 3 months now that we have been cooped up because of the pandemic. For those of you who are used to the outdoors or being active, not just staying at home, it would have been a difficult adjustment, not only for the adults, but also for those who are much younger members of the family. Now, it is so important to see things in a different perspective, but because, with the maintenance of your body and having a sound mind, there's a few things that we need to be doing on a daily basis. Those of you who live active lives, upon waking up in the morning, you prepare your day by either exercising or going through a routine of, making it so that the body is moving or sweating, or if you want to run or you want to jog or swim, these were things that you cannot do. So what are my alternatives? There are plenty of alternatives that you can be doing. But what's important is to understand that our body is designed for motion. The way the body structure is designed, it has to move. If you're not moving, this compromises the functions of your organs internally. Blood doesn't flow, oxygen is not processed right, food is not digested well, and then basically your muscle, your structure, your tendons become, which is inactive, you lose your strength, you lose, the ability to be moving. It affects so many things. Then most of all, it affects your mental situation. So doing a few exercises every morning or sometime a day, you just need to choose the best time, is always so recommended for us to be able to function and to function well, to handle the stresses that come our way. So today I'll be sharing with you some exercises, simple to do. To start with, let us first bring focus to our structure. It's always best to begin your exercises this way. It gives you a feel of your body. So you start, be aware of the crown of your head, right here, the center. Feel like there's a cord that's pulling your head from the top. And gradually focus on your third eye, right here, or the mid-eyebrow. Then the center of your chest, right here, your solar plexus. Then 2 inches below your belly button is the center of your body. In yoga, it's known as the Manipura chakra, or in ancient traditional medicine, it's known as the Dantian, which means the field or the ocean of energy. This is where energy is stored. Energy is produced through the breathing mechanism, the cardiovascular, and storage of energy is right on your Dantian. So to begin with, okay, just stand tall, stand straight, feel your feet. 9 parts of your feet. Your toes, your heel, the side of your foot. And feel your structure. Try to stay straight, tuck your chin slightly. Breathe normally and evenly. Let's do 3 breaths. Feel your feet, feel the grounding. One more breath. Then let's start. Lift both arms to the side. Inhale. Stretch up. Exhale. Empty your breath. Empty your breath. Inhale. Exhale. and go to neutral. Again, stand tall. And let's begin. Start with hip rotation. You can move your feet slightly apart. You feel comfortable when you're doing it that way. Breathe evenly. Breathe normally. Like the movement is being guided by your breath. Feel the center of your body, your dantian. Loosen up your hip joint. 1, 2, and 3. Do the other side. 1, 2, 3. Relax your shoulders. Relax your hips. Then swing your arms. It's simple. Then you can bend your knees slightly with it. Be aware, and again, be aware and conscious of your structure. Pressing your feet to the floor to have good balance. Just swing your arms. So simple. This particular exercise helps open up the center or your chest. Meridians, we call it, right here. It helps. Okay, it loosens up your shoulder joint. And you can breathe freely when you do this exercise. I would do several. Sometimes I can just be doing this for 10 minutes. The benefits will be there. Two, 3, and 4. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Then go back to neutral. Stay still, stand tall. Feel the warmth. This is a simple exercises. It's done. Energy is beginning to flow. Again, no tension here. The exercises we do is one should be completely relaxed. And the movement is breath guided. The next exercise is very simple. Again, position your hand this way, your thumbs this way. Then you start swinging. It's like hitchhiking. Swing it side to side. Now you begin your swing right on the hip. Again, the movement is initiated from the center of your body. This massages the spine. Again, stay your balance, press your feet to the floor. Look straight. Have a slight smile, be relaxed. And then, from this, you start to switch. We call this the twin dragons. This is your dantian in front. And the point at the back is known as Mingmen, or the door of life. This is where energy moves. The very base of your energy stores there. And again, breath guided. Nice and relaxed. You tap the Dantian and the Mingmen. Okay, this exercise can be done with so many repetitions. And this can be even just the exercise you do. And again, it is opening up the energy channels of your body. Nice and relaxed. Just try follow. Tap the Dantian and the Mingmen. Nice and loose. And breathe. Breathe evenly. Your breathing corresponds with your movement. Your shoulders relax, your hip is relaxed. Then take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And now the last exercise. This is called Earth and Sky. Turn your hip 45 degrees. Your hands right on your hip bone. This is your supporting, and you bend your knee slightly. See? It gives support, and you press your heel. Press the heel of the front leg. Okay? Now the motion is very simple, just as we were doing this earlier. Yeah. Now this one entails you to bend from your hip. You can bend your legs if you don't have good flexibility. And you scoop down. Inhale. Exhale. Then inhale. Exhale. With the other side, again, position your heels. Bend your knees slightly. Back leg is very steady. And then bend down. See, you sink down. Keeping your back straight and scoop down. Exhale. Hands on the hip. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And back to neutral. Stand straight. Again, feel your structure. Feel the warmth of energy flowing throughout your body. Focus in your breath. You feel some tingling in your hands. Energy is flowing. Warmth. Try to do these exercises every day. Sometimes you can just do just one or two of it. The benefits will be there for you. The whole idea is to be able to be aware and conscious about how you can conserve your energy. How can you open that energy points throughout your body so that energy can flow properly? An idea that one should be able to sustain all the movements that was shown. Let's say if you're breathing right, it massages your internal organs so that chi or energy can flow efficiently and effectively. All of what I've showed you is so basic, but these exercises are basically jewels, and it has been practiced for some time.
Ang ganda. Tito Toby, you know what's nice about those exercises? Mukhang kayang-kaya natin yan.
Oo nga. Approve yan.
Yeah, simple lang siya, pero it's really good, no? Not just for your whole body, pero syempre kasi ngayon we're trying to stay well, no? So we really need to move para everything's working right. And maganda pa sa stress. Yan ang kasi ang problema natin ngayon, Yung stress, feeling ko 4 months na tayo nakakulong, di ba? I mean, it's not easy, if you're just at home, sabi sa atin, stay home para hindi kayo makahawa, hindi kayo mahawa. Anong gagawin namin? Expert na kami sa wash ng hands, di ba? Expert na kami mag-mask.
Actually, panood ko pa lang na-relax na ako
Yes,
just watching,
totoo.
ano pa yung if you're actually doing it, talagang
Right.
marirelax po tayo.
Oo. Pero yun nga, sa dami ng stress na dinadanas natin, we really have to do something about it. Kasi yung stress na yan, di ba, naiinip na tayo. Minsan nagagalit na tayo, masama na ang mga timpla. Tapos meron nakakaisip na ng masama, no? So kailangan we have to do something about stress, and exercise is really one of the easiest available to us.
And sometimes when you think, there are others naman who think of exercise as stressful.
Pero yung klase na yan, very
Yeah, but
relaxing.
the benefits of what you just did. Kasi yung mga exercise na iba kasi, you expend so much energy.
Yes.
And it really stresses your structure.
Yeah, but this one, you gather energy, no?
You gather the
Oo,
energy and
maganda.
store your energy. Kaya kumbaga, kung gusto niyo yung immune booster, yung immunity natin is measured by the amount of energy you can store, you can hold it.
Oo. Anyway, yung stress natin, kailangan talaga we do something about it. Kasi while staying home, we're supposed to stay strong so that our immune system is good. But if we're stressed, yung stress can minimize our our functioning of our immune system. So aside from exercise, one of the things that I promote, if you've been listening to us for some time, I always mention meditation. Kasi ang meditation, talagang hindi lang ang mind natin nare-relax, pati yung body natin, our immune system actually gets a boost. No?
Yes.
And of course, when we are stressed, nakakapagod yun yung stress na yan.
Tsaka madali lang naman rin yung meditation.
Exactly.
It's not very difficult.
Yes, it's very nice, and without your knowing it, dumadami yung panglaban mo sa sakit, no? So, also, kasi hindi nga tayo makalabas, then let's go inside. Let's go within the core of our hearts, where the Lord is, to remind us na hindi tayo nag-iisa. Meron tayong protector, no? Para wala tayong feeling of despondency, na aabot na tayo sa depression, no? This is actually, it's so relieving pagka naisip mo yun talaga, the reality that you are not alone, that you have a protector. So if I were you, I would meditate regularly, especially in the morning. For me, if you meditate in the morning, it sets your day. Relax ka na throughout the day. You're not feeling freaked out. You're not feeling so fearful. No? Another thing that can help us manage our stress is keeping busy, no? Especially if you're able to meditate, then your mind is already calm and you can make it do for you things that are more productive, no? And alam mo, para sa akin, writing is very helpful. Kasi writing helps you see things in a better light. It helps you process what are in your thoughts before you write, di ba? This time that we're going through is so unique, We're actually we're making history right now. So it's nice to record it, and, who knows what you can do with it later, di ba? Like, Tita Socorro, what she's been doing, because she's a writer, she's been writing lyrics, and other friends have been helping her turn into songs. Yeah.
And then my daughter is writing poetry.
Beautiful.
Pinarinig nga niya sa akin.
Yes.
Sabi ko, ay, ang ganda naman.
Yes, oo. There's so much we can come up with just with our writing.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Don't think that, I'm not a writer, but really expressing what you are going through will help you, and it will help others also later
Some
on.
people share nice texts.
Yes.
Maganda rin yan. You can
Oo.
share.
Yes. Now, we should also learn to reach out to each other, although we cannot reach out and touch physically, but we can touch each other's hearts because we're all going through troubles, kanya-kanya tayo ng worries. Sometimes if you call a friend or even someone who's not very close to you, just check up on them. Just the act of listening to them, talk about what they're going through, malaking tulong na yan sa kanila talaga, no? So, ang mga pagsusubok na dinadaanan natin, hindi naman tayo talaga kailangan na, we'll just cry and lament, yeah? So, kung naman tayo, syempre kanya-kanya tayo ng mga talents and skills, yeah? Now is the time you can, get into what you really like to do, yeah?
Ang daming nag-aral ng baking, ang daming nag-gardening, ang daming started different things in their life.
Ang dami rin naglinis ng bahay ng maganda.
Oy.
Yes, that's perfect kasi hygiene, cleanliness is very good for our health. So those two go together. Anyway, I've made a little video about what I decided to do during this long period, and who knows when it's gonna end. But I did that to give you a little bit of idea ba what you can also do at home. Panoorin natin.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Manonood tayo ngayon.
So here at home, I live at a farm sa Lotus Valley. During the time that we had to, when we were just beginning this whole quarantine period, I was thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? Pero I just realized I had a whole list of things that I wanted to do that I put off for when I had the time to do it. And suddenly I had the time, yeah? So one of the things I want to show you, this cabinet was given to me by a good friend. And when it came, it was pretty drab because it was just, it's been hanging out in our house for a long time. The paint had faded, and I just decided to take my old paints and add in a few touches so that it would brighten up again. I just opened this up, just took a little bit and just, put them on. Yeah? Just touches of gold and copper. Ang dali-dali lang, pero it made a big difference, the way this whole thing looked. That's the only two colors I added to this. This is the same color as that. So, that's one thing that took up some of my time. It was time well spent. I loved it. And you can do it too. Ito pa isa, no? This one was given to me by a friend. And, ang bahay namin puro kahoy na eh. So, parang this is so dark for the house. So I thought, teka, maybe I can do a little painting. And since I live in Lotus Valley, I painted one of our flowers on it. There. Isang araw na I remembered, meron akong 2 bell galing sa Nepal. Pero they were so full of rust na, kalawang. So I thought, okay, simple lang. I'll just spray it with the gold and silver paint. And this is what I came up with. Okay, alam mo ako medyo basurera. I really like collecting things. So, I want to show you some of the things na collect ako, no? These are actually, this is the center of the lotus flower, no? But if you don't pick it, you leave this on the plant, it will grow this big. Yeah? Tapos dito, this is where the seeds will be. Okay, so this is old pod. This is a new pod. These fall from our trees. Halo-halo na kasi ito eh. Yan. These are dried fruit from the trees. This one I picked from the ocean. And these are leaves of jackfruit. Some feathers. Minsan naglalakad lang ako sa garden. These things were falling from the sky. Ang ganda, parang snowflakes. And these are the pods where they come from. Ang laki. See, they're giant pods. Okay, so isang araw, I found a box, and I thought, oh, something to put my leaves on. So I just used a little glue. I put them on, And then I put a little touch of paint on it. And I have a nice decorative item now. This lotus pod, what you can do with it, one of the things is you can spray paint it. Yeah. And then you can glue some beads in there. Then you can attach it to stems and make it part of flower arrangements. Okay, one of my friends, what she does with these lotus pods is she turns them over like this and she adds the body of a doll. So it's like the skirt of the doll. Okay, so these naman, I press the leaves of the lotus and glued them on to some old canvases that I had. Yeah. So they can be panels to decorate your wall. You can do what you like with it. Okay, so one day I thought maybe why not put some color on my leaves so they can actually act as a canvas for you. Okay, so one day yung pusa namin decided to scratch my pillow covers. Punit-punit. I have 6 of these and most of them need sewing. So I decided to make some new covers. Yeah. You know, kahit wala kang sewing machine, you can always sew with running stitch. Very simple. You can have, you know, a whole new cover for your pillowcases. Like one thing I changed, this really old pillow that I love, it got all moldy and ugly. I made a new cover for it also. Tapos, I got my shawls and used it also for covering my other pillows. Okay, kung pagod na kayo sa dami ng projects ginawa nyo sa isang araw, you can always turn to your favorite reading materials and just relax. It's a good time to just relax or maybe learn something. For me, I like to read as a form of relaxation.
Yeah.
Okay, there. I hope you got some ideas from that.
Dami, ang kaganda ng idea. Sana kami rin makagawa ng ganun. Ayan, na pag sa city, sa kaming mga kakuha ng mga lotus pods. Pero maraming different things from plants
Yeah,
na
you can
makukuha.
do whatever you like kung ano yung hilig nyo, di ba?
Yes, thank you very much, Marisa. And before we go on with our segment, we would like to greet yung mga aming nakikinig, sina Gilbert Pasqua, Ellen Di Makulangan, from Binyan, Erwin Resurrection. I think Erwin is in Australia ba?
Yes, Australia.
Yes. And then Mary Ann Simbahon from Hong Kong daw. Nag-good morning siya. And basically si Emmy Villamor. Of course, si Emmy is a good friend. And of course, Rolly is with us. Thank you very much, Rolly Pagaspas.
Rolly.
Yeah. And we have J Resurrection from Singalong, Manila. Okay, thank you for joining us for this show. Okay, so yeah, my time naman ngayon. I have to share. My turn to share. And I would like to share with you a video that I filmed early on, and this is all about the wealth of wisdom. So, panoorin po natin ang video on wisdom. Thank you very much. Gandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Good day to everybody. And welcome to our segment on the wealth of wisdom. Sa ating pag-uusap ngayong umaga ay gusto ko pong ibahagi sa inyo, i-share sa inyong lahat na ang kayamanan ay hindi lang po sa pera. Meron din kasabihan na health is wealth. But for us also, there is another kind of wealth. Isang kayamanan na hindi po mawawala sa atin at hindi mananakaw kahit kailanman. Ito po ang wisdom. Ang wisdom po ay napaka-importante sa buhay natin at ito po ang isang kayamanan na dito po tayo dapat nag-i-invest ng ating panahon, ang ating oras para yumaman pa tayo sa wisdom. Ngayong araw po ay kukuha ako ng 2 quote na nanggaling po sa Vedas para matulungan tayo sa ating mga hinaharap sa buhay. Dahil alam po natin na malaki ang mga problema na hinaharap natin bilang tao, bilang society, buong mundo ay meron pong problema. Kaya ang gusto po natin ay mag-share kung ano po yung makakatulong. Yung para magaanan po ang ating dinadala problema, kung pwede lang nga po ay mawala itong problema natin through our own wisdom, no, na ating pananaw para makita natin po na hindi puro madilim ang nangyayari sa ating kapaligiran. No? Ang unang-una pong quote na gusto kong i-share, di ba, mahilig tayo na sa Facebook, share. So, ngayon po ang sinishare natin ay, kumbaga, ito ay aking inihahambing sa diamonds, na ang wisdom ay parang diamonds na maganda yung liwanag, maganda yung kinang, yung glittering. Ito ay nagbibigay kulay, nagbibigay ilaw, nagbibigay ganda sa ating buhay. Ang una-una po ay babasahin ko na galing sa Vedas. When one is enlightened with the knowledge by which ignorance is destroyed, then his knowledge reveals everything, as the sun lights up everything in the daytime. Ang translation po natin ay napakaganda rin. Kapag ang tao ay naliwanagan ng kaalaman or wisdom na nagpupuksa ng kamangmangan or ignorance, sa gayon ang lahat ay nahantad ng kanyang kaalaman, tulad ng sikat ng araw na nagbibigay ng liwanag sa lahat. So ito pong ating quote na ito ay inahahambing po ang kaalaman or wisdom, hindi lang ordinaryong kaalaman tungkol sa mathematics or sa business or sa current events. Hindi po ganong klaseng kaalaman. Ngunit itong kaalaman ay nagpupuksa po, nagtatanggal ng kamangmangan, nagtatanggal ng ignorance, at para siyang isang araw na nagbibigay ng liwanag sa lahat. So, napakaganda po na pag tayo ay nag-invest sa wisdom, kung nakikita po natin na ang buhay natin ay maraming kadiliman, parang pong pag may brown out at hindi lang po wala tayong magamit ng mga gadgets, pero brown out na sa gabi, walang kailaw-ilaw, wala pong mga tayong makita sa paligid natin. So pag may kadiliman, para tayong nangangamba. Dahil we have fears kasi pag madilim, hindi natin alam kung ano nangyayari. Malay natin, meron na palang mga magnanakaw, hindi natin po alam na meron na pala po tayong nilalakaran na tayo ay madadapa, meron palang butas yung ating lalakaran, tayo ay pwede tayong maaksidente. Gayun din po kung sabihin natin tayo nasa isang daan, sabihin natin yung kotse natin ay nawalan po ng headlights, nawalan ng ilaw, paano po tayo magdadrive sa isang madilim na lugar na wala po tayong headlights? Kaya po ang kamangmangan or ignorance ay parang ganung kadiliman. Tayo ay nagkakaroon ng pangamba, nagkakaroon tayo ng fears. Saan ba ako pupunta? Saan ba ako kakaliwa? Saan ako kakanan? Nasaan na ba ako? And minsan, pag tayo na aksidente, nadapa, or yung kotse natin ay nabangga, then nag-iisip tayo, sino tutulong sa akin? Paano ako makakaalis sa sitwasyon na ito? Paano ako maliligtas sa aking problema? So, ito pong ating sitwasyon ngayon sa buong mundo, sa ating sariling buhay at buhay ng pamilya natin, ng ating mga minamahal, ay maraming taong nagtatanong, paano tayo magkakaroon ng lakas? Paano po tayo magkakaroon ng solusyon? Paano po tayo makakaalis sa ating problema? Ang sinishare po namin ay wisdom, ang kaalaman na nagpupuksa ng kamangmangan, na parang sikat ng araw nagbibigay ng liwanag sa lahat. Yan po ay napaka-importanting diamante, napaka-importanting diamond, na kung makuha natin ang wisdom, kahit paunti-unti, paisa-isa sa buong araw, tayo ay makakaipon ng napakalaking treasure sa ating buhay, napakalaking wealth. No? So, yan po ang unang-una nating dapat maintindihan, na sa ganitong sitwasyon at buong buhay natin, wisdom is wealth. Let us invest in it. Put time into actually acquiring wisdom. Magbasa tayo po at maghanap po tayo ng mga tao o kaya mga libro na magbibigay sa atin ng wisdom. Ang susunod po nating diamante, ang susunod nating diamond na i-share sa araw na ito ay galing rin sa Vedas, na ito ay isang sinasabi kong treasure house, no, ng mga quotes of wisdom. Sinasabi po doon na one whose happiness is within, who is active within, who rejoices within, and is illumined within, is actually the perfect person. At sa Tagalog naman po ay sinasabi, para sa taong ang kaligayahan at sigla ay nasa kalooban, nagagalak at may liwanag ang puso, siya ang perpektong nilalang. So, ang ating pong madadampot na biyaya sa mga sinasabi ditong mga salita ay meron po tayong tinatawag na within ourselves, we are spiritual beings, no, inside this material body. At ang spiritual na katauhan ay humahanap ng galak, humahanap ng activity sa panloob niya, sa kalooban niya. So ito po ay ang tinatawag nating activity within. Kasi po nasanay po tayo na sa buhay, dati ay laging lumalabas. Pag nalulungkot, labas po tayo. Kailangan pumunta tayo sa isang lugar, pumunta tayo sa isang restaurant, sa isang mall. Ang activities po ay traveling. Meron tayong mga hiking, environmental hikes, nature trips, pupunta sa mga islands. Ito po ang hinahanap natin, laging nasa labas, external. Ngunit sa mga pananaw ng mga tao na mayroong kaalaman, na meron pong mas higit na kaligayahan, na mahanap tayo sa kalooban. Ito po ay sinasabi nating engaging in activities within. Ano po itong activities na ito? Yan po ay pagbasa ng mga kasulatan na merong kayamanan, pagbasa po ng mga banal na mga kasulatan, at ito rin po ay matatamasa natin sa paggagawa ng activities like meditation, prayer. Yan po ay mga spiritual activities. Kaya kami po ay nagbabahagi rin ng healing sound meditation para ito ay isang paraan para tayo ay makapagtamasa ng or makataste ng inner happiness. So yung sigla rin ng isang tao ay nasa kalooban niya. At may liwanag ang kanyang puso at siya ay nagagalak. Sa ganitong panahon po, tayo ay naghahanap ng liwanag sa ating buhay. Naghahanap tayo ng kaligayahan. Ano pong magagawa nating mga bagay kung tayo ay nasa lockdown o nasa isang maliit na lugar? Ito po ang kaalaman. Kaya nga noon po may mga great sages. Pupunta lang sila sa isang bundok, tapos sila ay mauupo sa ilalim ng puno at sila ay magkakaroon gagawa po sila ng meditation. At dito po sila ay nakakatamasa, sila ay nakakaramdam ng tunay na kaligayahan, na hindi po mawawala sa kanilang puso. Hindi po matatanggal ang kanilang kaligayahan, hindi mananakaw ang kanilang kaligayahan kahit saan sila mapunta. Wherever they are tasting the happiness from within themselves dahil sila po ay konektado sa spiritual world. Kumbaga, sila ay merong connection sa spiritual realm, dimension po na hindi pwedeng i-lockdown. Yung kanilang connection sa spiritual world ay hindi pwedeng isara, putulin, o mawala sa kanila. Dahil mismo sa puso nila, nandun po yung connection nila sa Panginoon. At doon sila nagkakaroon ng spiritual happiness. Kaya ito po ay maganda. Let us look for that activity within at doon tayo magkakaroon din ng happiness within. Ito po ang ating diamante na binabahagi sa inyo. Maraming salamat po. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much. At
there's a question for
there's a
you.
question that came in, no? Na kung ang wisdom ba na ibinabahagi natin ay nanggagaling sa isang particular na religion or sect, or is this for everyone? Sa totoo po, the truth and wisdom is for everybody. And kung meron pong mga ibang mga libro na nagbigay ng kaalaman na ito, hindi po ito pwedeng angkinin ng kahit anong grupo. At ito po ay para sa ating lahat. Okay?
The truth is the truth.
So meron pa isang tanong sa atin, tagapakinig, no? Kay Edgar, galing sa Pasig. Meron siyang asthma eh. So nahihirapan siyang huminga. Ngayon, siyempre,
ako din may asthma.
Intindihin natin dapat kung ano yung sakit na asthma. Kadalasan, pag ikaw ay may asthma, hindi yung paghinga ang problema. It's not in the inhalation part, but it's in the exhalation part.
No.
Para ilabas yung hangin, yung carbon dioxide. Yan ang struggle nila kadalasan, those who have asthma. So, ang breathing exercises dito, intindihin natin na ang breathing mechanism natin, hindi lang dati sa baga. Kung sa baga lang ang inaasahan mo, kadalasan ito, shallow breathing yan eh. Yan ang nagiging problema. But it's actually the diaphragm muscle. This is the breathing muscle. So if you practice belly breathing, huminga ka sa belly mo, sa diaphragm. Yun ang proper way of breathing.
How long should we practice that?
Ay, kung kaya nyo, 5 minutes every day. Tapos
okay
you
na yun.
increase the number of breaths until halos nagno-normalize na, lumalakas na yung diaphragm nyo, nagiging active
Pero
na.
slow yung breathing. Hindi
Slower sa beginning. Pero syempre, pag may asthma ka, dahan-dahan yan.
And that's what will strengthen your lungs.
You know, that's what will strengthen.
Great. It's a nice tip.
Sa ating mga frontliners, siyempre, bigyan natin ng pansin sila, no? Mga frontliners natin.
Betchay, meron siyang tanong, pero mukhang mahaba itong ating po.
Paano makatulong ang meditation sa kanila?
Okay, sa mga frontliners na nakaka-experience na anxiety. Okay, maybe we can go. Mamaya may video tayo about a family na nagpa-practice ng meditation.
That's perfect for her to watch.
I think that's very helpful because you can see in this video, all ages can practice this kind of meditation to help.
So hang in there, wait for that video. Don't leave.
Okay, so hanggang dito muna lang po ang ating segment at we have to turn over our hosting to our main host now.
Yeah, see you next week.
Okay.
Thank you for that, Tito Toby, Tita Marisa, Tito Socorro, from our friends from La Union on Living Wise. So many gems on all aspects of wellness, as always. Thank you again. I think our main anchor, Gore, is back online.
Yeah.
Oh,
Magandang
welcome back,
araw.
Gore.
Pasensya na at nagkaroon tayo ng onting technical difficulties dito sa aking internet at medyo umulan. Ayan. So, yan ang ating na-experience ngayong COVID, no? Na isa yan sa mga na-experience natin, di ba? Nung nakaraan, dapat nasa studio tayo. So, we have these settings. So, despite of these experiences na marami rin naka-experience na wala ng trabaho dahil dyan. So, despite of these experiences, we can still continue this show that is very beneficial and it is very relevant to what is going on. And I would like to thank Tito Toby, Tita Marisa, and Tita Socorro for giving us the insights and the best knowledge ever na ipinamalas nila or ipinakita nila sa atin. So hopefully this can help, and we can I think Doc Ted is already there. So I think we should turn over to Chandra and Doc Ted na. So are you there, Miss Chandra and Doc Ted? I think your mic is muted.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Di pa tayo
Good.
masyadong sanay, no? Dito sa ating bagong...
Oh, I think Chandra is ayan.
Okay, iniintay na siya ng lahat. And if na-miss nyo, kasi he was supposed to come earlier, but again, also had some technical difficulties. So if you missed my introduction, our guest is actually very well known, okay,
Yes.
because he is an expert in anything related to survival, to emergency and disaster preparedness. He is a multi-awarded international speaker. Actually, binabasa ko nga yung bio niya. Ang dami ng mga... Sabi ko,
Sobra.
paano ko isusulat lahat to?
Oo.
Diba? Yung author, instructor, an athlete, and he's a co-host of DZMM's program entitled Red Alert. And so today he will share with us his most recent encounter with COVID-19 and the lessons he learned from that experience. So it is my honor to welcome to Go Palakas, Ted Esguerra.
Welcome.
Magandang umaga, Doc.
Ay, namaste. Gandang umaga.
Yes, namaste. So nice to hear you po.
Salamat. Haribon sa lahat. Maayong buntag sa mga Bisaya, mga maayong aga sa Longgo, naimbag na aldaw sa Ilocano. Marhay na aga sa mga Bicolano. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh sa mga Muslim brothers and sisters.
Okay, Doc. So, please tell us, kasi nga as a survivalist, diba? And given yung trabaho po ninyo, did it come as a surprise po na you turned out positive for COVID-19, or was it something that you expected?
I have a 50-50 perspective of that, position on that. Una, I learned survival science and ethics of it because I immerse yung dapat maranasan ko. Parang I have to feel it eh. So, kaya hindi ako masyadong na-shock kung na-COVID ako. Pangalawa, ang medyo mahirap lang tanggapin is maaga akong naintindihan kasi since 6 years ago I was looking at SARS and MERS. These are also coronaviruses. By the way, ang corona, this is a kind of virus na very common. Yung mga alpha, corona alpha, no? Ito yung mga sipon-sipon lang na nakukuha natin sa araw-araw. And then, itong beta, kasama dito si COVID, si Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, and then of course si SARS. These MERS and SARS are quite more dangerous than supposedly than COVID. So I was looking at it since 6 years ago and prepared for it. Kaya yung sa Energy Development Corporation, that's where I work, nakahanda kami. Ang aming PPE nga, bago na uso yung pagsuot ng PPE around the country, meron kaming PPE na intended for Ebola. Isipin mo yung Ebola nasa Africa, pero kami nagre-ready kasi meron din kami mga prospect activities for renewable energy sa Kenya. So to make the story short, medyo na-ahead kami. So before there was a lockdown all over the country, particularly in Metro Manila, meron na kaming work from home. Ang aming empleyado, 3 months stockpile na sila. Nagbigay na ng 13-month pay para maka-stockpile na. Ang irony lang is, ako yung unang casualty of war doon. Na ako yung nagsabi na, okay, prepare tayo, of which yung mga boss ko nakinig naman. I was looking at it in context that I have to commit than omit. Kasi among serious cases like chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear incidents, ito yung mga extreme. Ang hindi mo bibiruin talaga is the biological component. Kasi mahirap siya. So with the training that I had, na-employ ko doon sa company namin, kaya ahead kami. But anyway, I was hit. And the strain that hit me, believe me, it's no joke. It was a serious case. I was a serious case. And my wife, who was a frontliner, she was the one who had it sa isang infected na patient niya. Ako, hindi na ako makakuha ng sakit dahil naka-work from home na. Wala na akong encounter. Konti-konti na lang pero manipis masyado. But my wife, I drove her to and from work. Siguro sa pag-doffing niya, medyo nagka-problema. Doon niya nakuha. Ngayon, so nadali ako kasi una, according to recent observation, yung COVID mas dumidikit sa mga taong mayroong blood type A. Kasama ako doon. So doon ako natamaan. My wife is O. So the strange thing is, my wife, walang ka-athletic sa katawan, as in wala sa kanyang bokabularyo. She was asymptomatic throughout. As in, walang tama sa baga, walang ubo, sipon, lagnat, wala. Ako, na conscious sa physical ako yung nadali. Yung aking lungs, kumakalat na yung infiltrates, no? Yung pagpuputi, sabihin natin phlegma. And my oxygen saturation went low. So when I was brought to the isolation room, hinahanda na ako dun for ICU. That's where I was. Sa isolation room, isa na lang ako Kasi preceding that, when I was in ER, I was with other patients. Medyo hindi ako nakakaporma. Nag-exercise ako doon. Mahirap talaga. But in isolation, nag-iisa na lang ako. Kaya medyo nakakaporma ako. And I have my own bathroom. So what I did, I did breathing exercise. Kahit hirap ako. Kasi yung cough ko, it was very agonizing. You know, when you cough, ganon. Inhale ka, another salvo of coughing. Yung ubo ko kakaiba. Pag ubo mo, hindi ka pa naka-inhale, ubo ka ulit sunod-sunod, then you are not inhaling oxygen. And your brain starts to have a global headache because of less oxygen. There was one time, alam mo, Ma'am Chandra, na I was ready. Sa hirap, parang sabi ko, I think I have lived my life. Tanggap ko yun. Hindi ko natakot. Parang I'm just okay, no?
Okay.
Para sabihin na lang natin, hindi sa yabang yun. But just probably because I have lived a life. Kahit papano. Medyo nakita ko siya, the white of the eyes, the white of his or her eyes, kung anong buhay man yun. And I just lived a life of prayer. Yung sabi ko nga kahapon, I shared with Jai and Gore, the 5P, 5P. Prayer, then positive mental attitude, patience, perseverance, and then passion to science. So, ang ginawa ko, breathing exercise ako kahit hirap na hirap, and I'm trying to instruct my body kasi I had this kind of training so many years ago during the time na I was active sa martial arts. Ang isang instructor namin, Ananda Marga siya. So naturuan din ako ng some sort of how to look in the inner strength sa akin. So nagamit ko siya. And I use water, yung hot water, naligo ako mga 1 hour to 1.5 hours doon sa isolation room. Binababad ko yung lungs ko, no? So 2 times or 3 times a day until my wife came in. And then, nag-decrease yung coughing ko. So medyo nakakaporma na yung pag-ubo ko. Kailangan yung pag-ubo ko, mapopormahan mo para makahinga ako. Bumagsak yung ubo ko, nakakapaghinga ako malalim, ang pulse oximetry ko gumaganda. So every time the doctor and the nurse or kung sino man nagra-round sa akin, nakikita nila na gumaganda yung aking display, no? Physiological display. Because my objective in life is I will not go to ICU. Pag oras ma-ICU na ako, wala na akong kalaban-laban doon. I cannot control anymore what's going inside me. So nang gumanda, tinanggal na yung oxygen, and then my wife was there. My wife was assisting me also, helping me kasi wala siyang symptoms pero sinama siya sa akin. And then we were brought to regular COVID ward. So no more ICU for me. So doon nakakapag-exercise ako. And then the good thing is, it's like you are giving the world na the good things around, the hope, no? Alam mo yung, when you don't know things, you have that fear. Ang factor na nakaka-apekto sa COVID is not mainly the virus. It is the factor of fear. Na hindi lang naintindihan, natatakot sila kung anong mga napoformulate na horrible idea or mga kung ano na tungkol sa COVID na yan.
Yes, yes.
It's like the apocalyptic level ng psychological setback. Now, I've been receiving well wishes from whoever. Pati nga si Bala nag-send pa ng video sa akin eh. And then I was parang, wow, I felt so good na lots of people. As in sila, kaibigan ni Bala, si Mateo Gudicelli, ka Freddy Aguilar, yung mga, may artista, may artist, may politician, sabihin natin ganun. And isa pa, merong NASA astronaut, si Dr. Scott Parazinski, the first astronaut to summit Mount Everest. Sige, inaano ko na parang ang sarap ng pakiramdam. And then people start to ask me, particularly those who have relatives na may sakit na nasa ibang bansa, asking me what to do. Kasi sa kahirapan ko, I'm showing them hope and some fun things in life. Like nung nasa ward ako, ginawa kong scooter yung IV pole ko. Pakuha ko sa misis ko, nasa ilalim ako ng bed. Kung ano-anong pinaggagawa ko, just to lighten up the mood.
Yes.
And I made my life like a channel of blessing by telling them all the positive things in life. Tapos I quote from the Bible, from the Quran, Bhagavad Gita, para lahat encompassing yung ano ko, mga, this 359 degrees yung aking approach to things. And I'll just talk about life of prayer, having positive mental attitude, and persevering the illness, being patient, and of course, I was into science and passion towards science because the medicines given to me, Ma'am Chandra, it's really, they are macromolecular medicines. They can really destroy my body. In fact, infection destroyed other than it destroyed my lungs, of course, na-rehabilitate na rin ako. Na-regenerate na rin siguro. It also destroyed my liver. Some aspects of it kasi mataas yung liver enzymes ko. Kaya yung other than sa gamot, other than sa infection, yung oral medicines ang bumira sa liver ko rin. Other than that, walking time bomb ako. Because mataas yung D-dimer ko, I can have stroke anytime. And the good thing is yung mga relaxation technique ko, yung mga breathing na tinuro kanina, natutuwa ko kasi I was doing that. Bala was even teaching me before how to, breathe. You enhance mo yung diaphragm mo. I've been learning lots of things. So ginagawa ko siya. So despite all these things, ang BP ko, ayos. Iniinis ko pa nga yung mga kaibigan ko. Ang BP ko pang teenager. I'm 53 years old. Ginaganon ko pa sila.
Ayos.
Story short, after 20 days, plus the quarantine thing, I realized that, katulad sabi ni Colonel Jeff Tamayo sa akin, in life, you will really you will transcend. COVID is just like a stepping stone to a dimension na you become better. So na-realize ko, I was in isolation, I become closer to myself. I look at my health kasi minsan napapabayaan ko. I was being overwhelmed by stress sa work from home, natotoxic ako sa work from home. So I'm looking at my health and myself. I became closer to myself. Sige ako, pinipilit ko maging dasal kasi hindi naman ako madasalin. I became closer to my God. And then after sa quarantine ko, or before sa quarantine, I was with my family. Nag-lockdown, I became closer to my family. Then I saw Mother Nature na naging green na yung paligid dahil probably we are not emitting so much fossil fuel. And I appreciated it so much that I could say I'm being closer to Mother Nature and of course being closer to humanity. So that the good thing that happened to me is I look at it in a positive manner that COVID has really changed us. The new normal is for us to recalibrate that we will get back to ourselves. Nawala yung introspective ng tao eh. Masyado siyang focus sa technology, sa
And outward, no, Doc?
The outward na
Yes.
it diminishes his being Homo sapiens sapiens eh. Nawala tayo sa ganon. We were so shallow and looking at things in a shallow manner, kaya ang dali mo lang magkamit ng suicide. Hindi ka lang na-appreciate sa Facebook na kulang yung mga nag-like, magtatampo ka na, meron kang grabe yung temperament mo. Parang wala na tayo sa reels. Now, idudugtong ko sa first episode kanina ng program, the exercise there, I made this new pass to the new normal. So, this is because I will not, of course, vaccine. I'm really praying or hoping for a vaccine. But before there was vaccine, we survived all this ordeal, no, ang tao, because we have our own thing inside the system there, which is very important. Yung tinatawag nating immune system. Ang kailangan natin palakasin. Kaya nga itong yoga can help a lot. So the new pass, letter enders, it's about nutritious food. So we are what we eat.
Okay.
The best moments in my life, actually today I'm very, 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 very guilty. The best moments in my life when I was really eating vegetables. 3 years yun. Ang lambot ng katawan ko, ang noo ko umaabot sa tuhod ko. I can do butterfly kick. Grabe, parang wow. Tapos sa teatro, maganda ang movement ko kasi I'm not really a professional thespian. I was like, as an artist, I was a musical scorer. But sometimes pag wala yung director na pagod, sa ako lang yung magtuturo ng movement. So yung katawan ko kailangan no? It's the food that really defines who you are. Now, if you eat food that will really enhance the good energy, yung chakra doon, yun yung maayos. Now, medyo natuwa ako sa COVID kasi nang na-lockdown tayo, we were not eating Jollibee and McDonald's. Sorry with that.
Hindi available, Doc eh.
And we were forced to eat somewhere na lutong bahay and kung ano lang yung at maayos naman pala eh. So I think ituloy na lang natin yung mga healthy food and then we can really, have a high impact on eating what is really right na may justice naman sa ating environment and other life forms, no? Para hindi naman tayo nakakasagasa sa circle of life dito sa mundo. And then E stands for exercise. Yung nakita ko kanina, you don't need an arena or an oval. Kahit sa bahay ka, kung kailangan mong tumakbo, hindi ka makatakbo sa labas, pwede ka mag-static running sa bahay na mataas lang yung mismo. Or jumping jack kung gusto mo ng cardio. Or yung mga stretching exercises at yung na demo kanina. So, that's E. And then W, water for hydration. Ngayon summer na. So, I think the minimum, maybe 2.5 liters sa Filipino bill. Or you can take some more. That's minimum lang sana. Because when you take so much water, other than it cleanses you, it really facilitates regeneration of cells. And of course,
Doc, is there no such thing as too much water?
There's not too much water because you will just urinate it. Unless you have problem with your kidney, there is water retention. That's the problem now. But as long as you have no kidney problem, there's no such thing as you dying from too much water because you will just, of course, maiinis ka lang, pupunta ka lang ng toilet from time to time.
Yes.
Yan ang maganda, no? Pag may maganda naman pag uminom ko maraming tubig, lalo na pag mineral, nakukuha na natin sa spring. Okay siya kasi kung umiinom ka naman ng marami katulad ng distilled water, magkakaroon tayo ng sodium dumping na hindi rin maganda. Sasakit din yung muscles natin. So yung tama lang, like we do it the natural way, we drink water lalo na sa spring, no? So that's water for hydration and hygiene. Walang kapalit ang paglilinis gamit ang tubig at sabon kaysa sa, kung if you have access to tubig at sabon, better than your alcohol and your gel. Then P, prescribed supplements and medicine. Napakarami pong mga supplements and medicine na being na-abuse. Lately nga, na-abuse na yung steroid, yung dexamethasone. It's a very dangerous drug. No? It's a wonder drug somehow, but it's a very dangerous drug. Na misuse ng iilan. Yan po ay dapat prescribe ng doktor. Dito naman ako sa supplement. May mga umiinom, lalo na vitamin C. Aba, isang kaibigan ko umiinom ng 4,000 milligrams and he was so proud telling me. Sabi ko, two things. Number
Sounds
one,
like too much, Doc.
yeah, that's economically unwise. Why? Vitamin C is water soluble. So when you take so much of that, you'll just make your urine yellowish, no? It passes out kasi lampas sa kailangan ng katawan mo eh. So bumibili ka na waste mo yung money, your money is converted into urine, hindi talaga lampas na sa pangangailangan ng katawan mo. Pangalawa, baka ma-overwhelm ang iyong kidney, mag-form siya ng stones. Yun ang nakakatakot.
Okay.
So, you have to know, kasi ang recommended daily allowance for vitamin C is 500. Na if you are into some sort of like having COVID and doctors prescribe them at 1,000, okay lang yan as long as you have good water intake to facilitate
The flushing out.
The flushing out, yeah.
Yeah.
So that goes with that's the P for prescribed supplements and medicine. And A,
Okay.
sorry.
Yes.
Nagmamaneho ako na nakabukas yung that's my wife. Nakabukas
Okay.
yung aming bintana
Hello.
para to ventilation to, pass through inside. Siya nakamask ako, wala kasi I'm talking. And air. Kaya nga nung natuwa ako nung ni-request ko lang na sa quarantine ko, dinala ko sa parang daraitan, no? Sa kina Colonel Jeff tayo, parang ganun ang kanyang ambience, ang environment. Tuwang-tuwa ako because I'm enjoying pure air. S for sleep, nabanggit din kanina. Sleep is the currency of immunity. Pag sakto yung tulog mo sa tamang circadian rhythm mo, particularly mga 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., dyan nagre-release yung growth hormone, lalo na sa mga bata. So dyan sila lumalaki. Kaya ang bata pag apektado ang tulog sa ganong hindi stunted growth yon. Pangalawa, tayo mga adults, nagre-release pa rin yon. Except that the growth hormone is not used for growth kasi hindi naman talaga ako lalaki, nagsarado na yung mga epiphysis sa bone ko. Ang isa sa na-stimulate immune system defenses ko, yung my soldiers inside my body. So if I deprive my sleep on that cycle,
Okay.
particularly in the slow wave cycle, yung sleep cycle na yan, I will be defeating yung lakas ng aking immunity. So prone ako sa mga sakit, not only COVID but other illnesses, kahit bacterial man yan. So sleep is the best friend or the currency of immunity. The last but not the least is sunshine. So yung sun,
Okay.
other than solar disinfection, there's a conversion of for your vitamin D na ngayon nakikita na panggamot din pala sa COVID. So
Okay.
the new normal. Nakita natin ngayon, mayaman o mahirap, sabihin nating matalino or hindi ganong matalino, katulad kung medyo maitim ako at puting tao, lahat pala ang kapital natin, other than our belief, isang kapital natin is our health. Dito natin nakikita health is wealth. So if you just
Yes.
employ new pass, it's like a quarantine pass, new pass to the new normal, we can stand up against COVID. It will be a yo-yo. You are on your own. So habang wala pa tayong vaccine, mag-rely tayo sa lakas na ating immune system. Now,
Okay.
isinama ko doon sa isinulat ko yung yoga. Na, when you exercise, you have meditation component wherein you will instruct your body parts to do an orchestra for a holistic form of healing or regeneration or a sense of wellness.
Okay.
So, in fact, siya yung bago pa nangyari itong COVID for the past more than a year na siguro. piniprescribe ko nga na ang mga rescuers mag-undergo sa ganong training para meron silang, they will not end up like machine saving people. I want them to be human saving human also. So ito yung ano ko na ginamit
I think Dr. is hanging, right?
Yes.
So maybe we can invite him again.
Yes,
What
to
do you
continue,
suggest? Yeah.
Yeah, to
We'll have
continue
part
what he
2.
was, yeah, because,
Yeah.
pero nagustuhan ko, Gore, yung sinabi niya, yung new pass for the new
Yes.
normal, di ba? N,
Oo.
di ba? For nutrition, E, for exercise, W, for water, P, for prescribed supplements and medicines, A, for air, S, for sleep, and sinabi niya nga, sinagot rin niya yung tanong kanina ni Alexandra, between 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. is very crucial. And
Yeah.
the last S is sunshine. So, yeah, ang ganda ng sinabi ni Doc Ted, and we hope that we can bring him back again because I know
Yes.
he has more to share, especially for
Sobra.
us to further survive this. Pero ito pa lang, yung first tip pa lang niya is new pass. Let's everybody remember that.
Mm-mm.
Okay?
Let's take
So,
note of that. Mm-mm.
maraming salamat, Doc Ted, for joining us this morning.
Yes, thank you
And
very
hopefully we can
much.
have you again.
Okay. So, Ma'am Chandra, let's proceed to our next segment, no? Before that, I thank you, Ma'am Chandra. I would like to announce that we have a special guest on the next episode because maganda tong ano natin, topic natin. Hindi ko na i-spoil, no? But our next guest next week is a very renowned in homeschool. Okay? So, about education naman ang kanyang i-share sa atin. So, abangan natin siya, no? Siguro, i-announce natin one of these days, no? Sa ating Facebook page. So i-require ko, o i-recommend ako, sorry for requirement. I recommend you to always tune in sa page namin and sa V81 Radio, syempre, for announcements sa mga updates. So, let's proceed to our next segment, which is the good food. Okay? So, malamang, di ba, for the past 2 months, meron tayong segment host, si Tita Shai, which she will not be able to come because nasa province siya. So, hindi natin siya ngayon masasaksihan. But we have another segment host. So, let's watch their videos. Si Ma'am Christine and Nimay Tamayo. Roll VTR. Thank you, Tech.
A healthy community starts at home. As mothers ourselves, we know that food nurtures and heals the body. Here on The Good Food, our focus is simple: to inspire you to eat and live healthier. So today we'll be showing you how to make a Nourish Bowl, or more popularly known as a Buddha Bowl. So what is a Nourish Bowl? A Nourish Bowl consists of a grain, well, it could be rice or quinoa, a legume, it could be tofu or beans, and a variety of vegetables, whatever you have in your kitchen. And then we will top it off with a tasty dressing.
Okay, so the first Nourish Bowl that we're gonna make is with a nice peanut sauce. Do you like peanuts?
Yes, I like peanuts. Okay, show us the ingredients.
Okay.
What do we need?
The first thing we're gonna use is coconut milk. Now here in La Union, when you go to the market, they have like freshly squeezed coconut milk. But then you can always use canned or the powdered one.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, next ingredient, peanut butter. Now you can make your own peanut butter, or you can get, those store-bought peanut butters.
Which I will be doing.
Yes. So this one is homemade. I made it myself. No oil, no sugar. Okay, next ingredient, we have soy sauce. Now take note that my peanut butter doesn't have salt. So this is the one that's going to make it a little bit salty. So soy sauce. Okay, next one, garlic. This one I grated it. You can just use the mortar pestle to pound it. Anyway, it works. Okay, so to sweeten it up, we're gonna be using brown sugar. Now this one, you can change it up. You can use maple syrup, honey, or cocoa sugar, muscovado sugar. Any type of sweetener will work for this dish. Okay, to give it a little bit of a bite, we're gonna be using ground peanuts.
So peanut butter and ground peanuts.
Yes.
Very peanutty.
So we have tofu. This is for our protein. And yeah, you can use beans or corn, whatever you have. Okay, and for our grain, we have this really nice organic red rice, locally grown,
Locally produced.
locally produced. Okay, this is the fun part. You get to choose any vegetable you want. Whatever you have in your fridge. Yeah, for me, I had sitaw, so I steamed it. I had carrots. This is steamed as well. I had fresh cucumbers. I sliced some potatoes and I steamed as well. This one is sayote, same thing, and red bell pepper. And lastly, the cauliflower, steamed. And to jazz it up, I'm gonna add some chopped cilantro. Do you like cilantro?
Growing up, I wasn't very fond of cilantro, but now, yes. I
Okay.
actually have it in the garden.
Great, because we're gonna be using a lot. So you mix it up until it boils, until it thickens. Okay, so let's start assembling the dish. Let's start with our grain.
Rice.
Yeah, we're using the rice.
More.
For others that can't have rice, you can use quinoa as well. Or what else? Corn.
Rice.
Yeah, rice. For Pinoys, the more rice, the better. Okay, I think that's enough.
Okay.
Okay, next we're gonna add our protein, which is tofu. This one I've just seared in with a little bit of soy sauce and garlic. Just very simple.
So it will have flavor.
Yeah, so it's not just plain. Okay, so we're gonna add our veggies. Next, we have our cucumbers. This one I didn't steam, okay? This is all fresh.
So you have steamed, you have seared, and you have fresh.
Yes. Now try to look at this bowl right now and see how many colors you see. Yeah? Then we have white ones with this cauliflower. Okay,
Okay, now.
that's a big bowl. It's a rainbow bowl.
So the veggies are not seasoned yet.
No, they're not. Okay. They're plain steamed vegetables. I made it that way because our sauce is pretty strong already. It's got the sweetness and the saltiness already. It's gonna flavor the whole bowl. Okay, so we have our peanut sauce.
Dress it up.
Yeah. Peanuts have lots of protein as well, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, now I'm gonna top it off with some
More peanuts.
Yep, more peanuts, crushed peanuts.
And then
Doesn't that look good already?
cilantro.
Cilantro.
For those people who can't eat cilantro,
Parsley. You can use parsley
you can opt
or
not to.
basil. So here it is. Check it out. Our peanut Nourish bowl. Okay, next up, we're doing Nourish bowl number 2 with a really nice creamy avocado dressing. Okay, Nimai, let's start.
So this dressing is just you dump everything. This is my kind of food where you just dump everything, whiz it together, and that's it. Okay, so we'll start with the avocado. Avocado is in season right now, so take advantage of this.
It's around 45 pesos a kilo here.
Here in La Union, we don't know in Manila or anywhere else.
Yeah.
So scoop it out. You want it a bit runny so that you can drizzle it over your rice bowl. So now let's assemble it, the fun part. So we have the rice.
I'll get you a bowl.
Okay.
Here.
Okay. The rice.
You can use any grain as well.
Yes. It's nice to use red rice, purple rice. If you can find organic, local. Okay, next. So here are my veggies. I have kids. So does Christine.
Yeah.
And for those of you who have kids, you know sometimes it's hard to feed kids vegetables. So the trick is to cut it small.
Small, like so they can't choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick it out. We'll
Yeah.
just eat it. So number one vegetable that kids have a hard time eating, carrots. So what I did was I grated it.
Yeah. Good tip.
Yes. So now here's our bowl. Just fix this a bit. So there. You have your yellow, your greens, your oranges, your orange, and your red. Now we'll top it off with our dressing, avocado dressing. So this dressing is vegan.
Yes.
No dairy. Yeah, so you can try it at home.
Super creamy.
If you want to add more, you can do so. I think that's enough. And there you have your Nourish bowl with avocado dressing.
Yeah. Okay, so there you have it. We have 2 nutrient-dense Nourish bowls. One with peanut sauce and one with
avocado dressing.
Yeah. So try it at home and let us know
how your family likes it or kids like it.
Ayan. So maraming salamat sa mga nagpapatuloy pang nanonood dyan. Thank you for our 65 viewers ayon sa aking cellphone, sa aking monitor. No? Dito ko pinapanood yung mga nanonood and yung mga comments nyo. I want to shout out for everyone who's listening and watching us. Thank you so much for supporting us. And I think this show is very relevant sa mga nangyayari ngayon. Marami tayong matututunan. And sa segment na to, ayan, tinuruan nila tayo ng dalawang Nourish bowl. Tama ba yung pag-pronounce ko? Ewan ko. Basta yun. Nourish bowls. Yan. It's very healthy. Actually, yung nanay ko kagabi, sabi niya, pahinga ko ng recipe niya. Sabi ko, manood ka bukas. So, I want to suggest you to do the same sa mga nanonood at sa mga listeners natin. Gawin nyo rin. I think it's very helpful talaga. It's very healthy. At saka napaka-practical at napakadali. So, and nga pala, I want to announce if you have any questions or request comment down below. So, papadala natin yan sa mga segment host natin para next episode, they can cook something na ni-request nyo, okay? So, it's very easy, very simple, very practical sa ating kitchen. Ayan, napakamura pa niyan for sure. So I want to make this slogan for every listener, no? Sana tandaan nyo, make Go Palakas a Saturday morning habit. So I'm inviting you every Saturday 10 a.m. to 12 noon, meron tayong programa dito sa ating live sa V81 Radio sa YouTube channel, and then meron din tayong YouTube, meron din tayo sa app nila. So we can download that on Google Play Store o kaya sa App Store sa Apple. So let's proceed. Maya-maya lang po ay malapit na tayong magtapos. So we want to end this session with some music meditation. So bago 'yan, we will have a short break. So maraming salamat. Stay tuned. Magbabalik ang Go Palakas.
Pangkalusugan, pangkalikasan, go Palakas. Ni Tagore, ni Tagore Haribo. Ni Tagore Haribo.
Balikan na natin ang Go Palakas! Go Palakas! Kasama si Core Evangelista at Attorney Jai Tamayo. Dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide.
Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Rox.
I'm Anne.
I'm Izo.
And this is our daughter Oxan. And we're here to give some insights about the healing sound meditation. When did you learn about healing sound meditation?
This marks our first year, I think. We started June 9,
Last year.
2019 at Lotus Valley Farm.
So,
You remember, Izo?
so we first joined the healing sound meditation last year. And from then on, every Wednesday at
Every
Kurma.
Wednesday at Kurma Center.
Music meditation.
Yes, meditation.
How did it help you? It's a domino effect. Number one, it helps me realize my true identity. As what Sir Toby is always telling me before, you have to know your true essence, your position, and your function. At first, hindi ko actually siya maintindihan. Pero along the way, as we go deeper, mas naintindihan ko kung ano pala yung ibig sabihin ni Sir about it.
It made me realize my purpose in life, and that is to love and serve the Supreme Father.
And Izo, how did it help you, your meditation?
It purifies my heart, my soul, and my mind, and detaches me to all my material desires.
Okay. So this past few months, we had this global crisis, and we had this lockdown. So how did it help us during the lockdown? Actually, before the lockdown, we do meditate at least once a day, sometimes at night. But during the lockdown, yes,
we had it like 4 times a
3
day.
to 4 times a day.
Yeah,
3 to 4 times a day.
sunrise, sunset, and before we sleep, we do kirtan, japa meditation.
So it gives us the time also to read the life forces. So how about your children? How are they reacting to healing sound meditation? Actually, na-amaze kami on how they react. We don't actually force them to join us to do the the japa meditation or the kirtan.
Yeah, we did not pressure them.
Me and Ann, we just do it.
We model it.
Tapos eventually sila na yung sumusunod. Even Oksan, sometimes kukunin niya yung ukulele ni Izo, tapos she will just say na ako na mag-lead, tapos kakanta, and then he will say your turn, gumagano'n siya. So
she reminds us to meditate, to do kirtan every day.
Sometimes kahit wala pa sa time, siya na yung mag-remind, let's meditate now, gumagano'n siya. So yes, napakasaya talaga namin. It's I can't express how happy we are, how blessed we are, knowing the effect of the healing sound meditation.
And even Oksan already know the chanting, and she memorized
some of the mantras. We're just so happy. Because I can't express how happy we are, knowing the benefits of the healing sound meditation, and we're so thankful for you guys, Ma'am Socorro, Sir Toby, Ma'am Marisa, Ma'am Mukunda, and the rest, na nakilala namin kayo.
Our family is better now because healing sound meditation is part of it.
That's correct.
So, ayan, yan yung sinasabi ni Tita Socorro kanina na meron tayong mga in-invite na na-interview and testimony about music meditation. So, that's the benefit of the music meditation. It's very calming, it's very relaxing, at matutulungan niya tayo sa panghabang buhay natin. So, to experience more of music meditation, we have invited a segment host. His name is Manu Gonzalez. He's from Music Meditation PH, and he regularly conduct music meditation live stream I think 3 times a week. So maybe we can post that on our page. So please stay tuned in. And for now, we have to go and check out Sir Manu. Take it away, Sir Manu.
Thank you, Gore. Thank you, Jai. Hello po sa lahat. I'm Manu, and kasama ko si Sita. We are from Music Meditation PH. Salamat sa opportunity na binigay sa amin para i-share ang music meditation with you. Sa segment na ito, ang gagawin natin ay magre-relax tayo sa mga healing sounds. Yan, kasi by doing so, it can help manage our stress and our mga tension na nararamdaman natin. Okay, so ang magsisimula si Sita with some relaxation techniques. Sita?
Okay, thank you. So una sa lahat, humanap ng lugar kung saan kayo pwedeng umupo ng komportable. Pwede kayong sumandal, but ang importante ay panatiliing diretso ang inyong likod because mag-focus tayo sa paghinga ng maayos o breathing. Ngayon naman, dahang-dahan isara ang inyong mga mata. Simulan natin bigyang pansin ang ating paghinga. Ilaan natin ang mga sumusunod na sandali at pahalagahan natin ang magandang epekto ng mindful breathing. Sa bawat pagpasok ng hangin sa katawan o pag-inhale, hayaang lubos dumaloy ang oxygen mula sa ating ilong at mararamdaman nating dahan-dahang napupuno ng oxygen ang bawat parte ng ating baga o lungs. At sa bawat pag-release ng hangin o pag-exhale, damahin natin ang pagluwag at pag-relax ng ating dibdib. Sa ganitong pamamaraan ng paghinga, mapapansin nating unti-unti tayong nakakaramdam ng relaxation sa katawan. At habang tumatagal, Palalim ng palalim at pahaba ng pahaba ang ating paghinga. Ito ay mangyayari ng natural at hindi maipipilit. Ngayon, bigyan natin ng atensyon ng mga bahagi ng katawang karaniwang nakakaranas ng tensyon. Sa bawat inhale, mag-focus sa parte ng katawan na aking babanggitin at sabay sa exhale ang pag-release ng tension sa parting iyon. Simulan natin sa ating mukha. Huminga ng malalim, mag-focus sa noo, pisngi at labi. Exhale at i-relax ang muscles sa mukha. Inhale, mag-focus sa leeg, balikat at braso. At sa pag-exhale, hayaang bumagsak ang ating mga braso at balikat, sabay sa pag-release ng tension. Dalhin natin ang relaxing feeling na ito mula sa balikat hanggang sa buong likod. Dito madalas naiipon ang matinding muscle tension. Sa susunod na inhale, mag-focus sa dibdib at tiyan. Dahan-dahang mag-exhale at mararamdaman ang pag-relax ng ating dibdib at ang ating tiyan. Inhale, dali ng atensyon sa mga binti hanggang mga paa. Exhale, at mapapansin na unti-unting bumibigat ang ating mga binti dahil sa pag-relax. Habang ang katawan natin ay nasa relax na kondisyon na ito, tayo ay magpapatuloy sa pag-practice ng music meditation na makakatulong naman sa pag-relax ng ating mind o isipan. Ito ay napakasimple. Kailangan lamang nating gawin ay hayaan ang ating isipan na mag-relax sa pagkinig, pagsabay, at pag-meditate sa mga healing sounds.
Haribo, Nitaigo, Nitaigo, Haribo, 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 Haribo. Taigo, Taigo, Haribo,
Haribo, ni Taigo, ni Taigo, Haribo,
Haribo, Taigo, Taigo, Haribo,
Haribo, ni Taigo, ni 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 Taigo, Haribo.
Ayan. Maraming salamat sa inyong partisipasyon. Maraming salamat din sa Go Palakas. So mga kaibigan, sa ulitin. Salamat. Bye.
Gor, nakamute ka ata.
Let's unmute it. Ayan, I'm back na. So thank you very much to Sir Manu Gonzalez and his wife, Ma'am Sita, for presenting to us the benefits and the practice of music meditation, which is very relevant sa atin, sa buhay natin, sa practice natin for everyday life. So I think you want to add, yeah? Attorney Jai?
I think, sorry na lang sa lahat ng mga nag-comment at hindi namin nabati. Ang daming nakikinig this episode. We'll be sure to greet you when you tune in next episode. So be sure to like and subscribe our page. I think that's all the time we have. Thank you again to Dr. Esguerra. Idol po kayo. And we'll be sure to invite you to a next episode so that you can discuss, you can continue what you were discussing. Thank you to all of our guests, our segment hosts.
Okay, I'd like to shout out for the V81 Radio, to Sir Rolly Pagaspas, and syempre sa Talk Shop Asia, and to all the listeners and viewers to our show. So thank you very much. I think we need to end this program. Let's see you in the next episode, the next Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. So goodbye.
See you. Bye-bye.
See you next.
Pangkalusugan, pangkalikasan, Go Palakas.
Pangkalusugan at pangkalikasan, samahan sina Gore Evangelista at Attorney Jai Tamayo sa pagpapaunlad ng kalusugan sa katawan, isipan at espiritual. Go Palakas! Go Palakas! Pangkalusugan at pangkalikasan tuwing Sabado. Dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide. Tunog Pinoy, Tatak Pinoy, the future of radio. This is your all-hits, all-Pinoy internet radio station. This is V81 Radio Worldwide.
Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit nasaan ka man, ito'y mapapakinggan. V81 Radio. Ito ang radio mo. Ito ito ang radio ko. PA1 Radio, PA1 Radio. Dahil mahal namin kayo. PA1 Radio, PA1 Radio. Para sa inyo ito, PA1 Radio.